Pretty crazy, but I made this decision, and I need to tell everyone. I think this is the right time. You guys have been so amazing, but I want to let you guys know I'm leaving tonight.
I don't know what to feel. I really don't know what to feel. Jordan came on a reality TV show knowing that there was a chance he would be rejected by someone, and then he got in his feelings when he was rejected. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. How are people raising their kids? Are they not teaching their kids that there is rejection out there? Are they giving their children every single thing that they want? That way they're so entitled that when they can't get what they want, they throw a tantrum. For him to choose to leave, hey, I guess it's better he leaves than for him to stay there and continue to be upset and be awkward and be staring people down. So, hey, it is what it is. And then Louis. What's wrong with Louis? What's wrong with Louis? How can you break more rules than the people that are on their own season? You're a guest and yet you're taking away all the money. It's like he's on the mall, isn't it? It's like he's been sent in to drain the pod. Anyway, I digress. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Valerie. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Too Hot to Handle, Season 6, Episode 3. So you have Bree and Charlie come out of banishment. Everyone is excited to see them, but they're also antsy because they want to find out how did Bree and Charlie spend the 15K. They're wondering, did they have sex? Did they kiss? What were they doing? Because they were already banished for bad behavior, so everybody automatically assumed this was what was taking place. I would assume the same. I think that's why Lana sort of sent Bree and Charlie, because she knew they were unlikely to do anything. I think if Charlie had been sent with Giovanna, it would have been a totally different story, because that seems to be more his type. And so they are then questioned, because you have Damari, he's not in a great mood. He's upset that she kissed, Chris, and the fact that she was with Charlie and they spent money. Anyway, Charlie and Bree decide to tell the group, so they let them know that we were asked by Bad Lana, do you want to spy on your crush? And we said yes, and that's where we spend the money. That's what we were doing. So everyone is relieved. And Damari is actually told that you were the one I was spying on. He told Lucy that you were the one I was spying on. So the girls are excited. Damari is excited. And everybody leaves the cabana. Now it's time to sleep. And it's like, why are we making unnecessary drama? This is so ox. They're literally taking amateurs and expecting them to be actors. It will take time. People like, Louis has been on this. He's done this before. So to him, it's like riding a bike. Whereas the rest of them, they're amateurs. And it's really awkward. I don't know why the producers just don't let them do their own thing and then take it from there. Take whatever they want and leave what they don't want, because otherwise it looks ox. It looks really awkward. So you have, Jordan, he wants to share a bed with Flavia. Flavia is sort of and eyeing. She's not sure whether she wants to share a bed with him. She's sort of trying to decide what to do next. And it's like, oh my God, this is a mess. This is a mess. You have, Joao wants to share a bed with Flavia as well. So he is biding his time and just waiting for the opportunity for Flavia to sort of say, okay, let's share a bed. And so there's this sort of back and forth between the guys, because they all want, Joao wants to share a bed with Flavia. Jordan wants to share a bed with Flavia, and Flavia eventually decides to share a bed with Joao. Am I surprised? No, that I saw that coming. I really did see that coming. I think if she had suddenly shared a bed with Jordan, I would have been surprised, because she really seemed very uncomfortable. Especially, I think he gave her the ick the moment he started talking about the wind and, the wind this, the wind that, and she just got the ick and she was done with him. You have, obviously, Louis has agreed to share a bed with Catherine, so he's on cloud 9. Charlie tried to share a bed with Lucy. She said no. I need time, and he was sad, but what do you expect? Bree had a conversation with Damari to sort of say to him, I'm sorry about what happened. I think she was just trying to get him in a good book. So they agreed to share a bed. And so everyone went to sleep. In the morning, they're sort of being asked, did anyone break the rules? And when Joao and Flavia say, no, we didn't, Jordan is ecstatic. He's saying, oh, so that means maybe she's gone off him. And it's like, you gave her the ick, buddy. if I were you, I'd focus on the other girls. You already gave her the egg, or I'd be just used to being in the background or being a friend to whoever is the main character. Otherwise, the producers are already done with you. You had your shot, you lost it, and that's it. It's later revealed. Well, Louis and Catherine revealed that apparently his shoulder is Big Ben. And it's like, bringing Louis, what were they expecting? What were they expecting? Louis is too big a character for them to bring on a new season because he's going to outshine everybody on the cast. And so he's going to do what he does, and it's just going to be messy, and they're going to eventually decide whether or not to keep him. There's no two ways about it. So you have Flavia have a conversation with Jordan. I don't know whether they were trying to channel Nick, from season 4, or what they thought when they brought in Jordan, because Jordan ain't it. Sadly for me, there's nothing stand out about him. There's nothing he gives more creepy vibes than anything. He's not that likable or whatever. And he gives vibes of someone who can easily become obsessive and territorial about somebody. So I'm worried for Flavia because she breaks things off with him and he is gutted. He's gutted. You can see he's gutted. He doesn't even know how to process that, and he's trying to already come up with ways of trying to win her back. And it's like, she said no, keep it moving. There's nothing else. Look for somebody else. There are other girls in the villa. Try and line things up with them and leave Flavia alone. She said she wants Joao. Leave her with Joao. She says she has more in common with him. That's okay. It's okay. Rejection is part of life. You then have them attend this energy retreat, whereby they're being taught how to have an orgasm without touching your partner or without being physically intimate with someone. And I found it strange. It really was. I'm surprised people did it. I wonder how much they're playing Louis and Flavia, because I would never have done that. Flavia was struggling for a long time, and then it took, Joao trying to help get her settled before she could do it. You had Charlie was trying to make sure that Lucy had an amazing time because he's trying to win her back. And it's like, oh my God, Charlie reminds me of Creed. That's all I'm going to say. You had Louis try to do the exercise, and then Catherine was trying to be naughty. So in the end, he ended up swapping places with her because he said, I can't do anything because she keeps, enticing me and wanting to touch me and things. I don't want to get myself in trouble. And it's like, well, I personally don't see why he chose Catherine, because if he knew he was going to get in trouble, he might as well have stayed with Kalisha. But he decided to go with Catherine, and Catherine is no better. It's just that Catherine pretended to be more reserved, so he thought that was his best shot. Hopefully they were able to release, even though some of them said they actually felt hornier after the exercise than anything. And it's like, oh my God, I don't even know the purpose of this workshop. They could have done with something else. Maybe they should have separated them and had the boys do their own session and the girls do their own session, and then brought them together, because just having them moaning and groaning around each other is just adding fuel to the fire, and it's going to really be a struggle to contain them. They're going to start spending that money like water. You have Flavia have a conversation once they come back to the resort with Joao, and Joao is trying to say, well, she's saying she's seeing green flags in him. And I'm like, what green flags, really? I don't get it. He was in competition with someone for you. Now he's got you. He's trying to find a way to keep you because he doesn't want to lose you to the other person. You are just a commodity that the two of them are trying to trade and are trying to one-up each other on. So I don't think it's that deep. Anyway, so you have the girls getting ready, and they're reminiscing about the challenge and the fact that some of them are now turned on. Some feel like they've released, but some of them are turned on. It's like, how sex craved are these people? This is a lot of sex talk. Maybe I'm just coming from Love Island, so there isn't that much talking about sex. So maybe that's why I'm a bit clutching my pearls today. I really don't get the idea of the show. I really don't get the idea. Is the goal of the producers just to push the participants to kiss and break the rules, or do anything to break the rules as much as possible? Because you have Flavia and Joao kiss. They remind me of Seb and Kayla. From season 4. There's nothing standoutish about them, but they just want to be there. They just want the attention. Flavia wants to gain as many more followers as she can, and Joao wants the attention that he's getting and to get more followers, as far as I'm concerned, because there's nothing about them that would make me think, oh, these people are crazy about each other. Nothing really, nothing stands out. You have Charlie decides to do a grand gesture. He, gets the help of his sidekick, Brie. They've become very close since they spent time together in Banishment. So he has this sort of date where he plays a saxophone. It was really cute. I wish he had stopped it at that. So the fact that he as well broke the rule and kissed her didn't make sense to me. Yeah, it was something that was to be expected, but I think he should have shown restraint to show that he actually is genuine, because his excuse was, oh well, Lana will understand that this was a genuine act and I was really, trying to do something, a grand gesture, and so the kiss hopefully will be forgiven. And it's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. And then Catherine and Louis. Catherine and Louis, what do I think? I think Louis is someone who is a menace, as he was called by Chris, so he's going to be difficult to tame. Whereas with Catherine, I think she likes the idea that she's with Louis. I think she likes the idea that she's the flavor of the month and she's going to do everything she can to get all the attention she can. And so for her to kiss Louis not once, not twice, but 3 times does not make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. I'm actually surprised that they didn't have sex. That was shocking to me. I don't know whether they were stopped in time or whatever, but she seemed real horny. I think Kailisha would have been a better match for Louis, but he decided to go with someone who he felt was the least threatening, and sadly that someone played him, because now she has him breaking rule after rule after rule. And so I wouldn't be surprised if he's kicked out and he's sent home. So all the guests are called to the cabana, and whilst there, Jordan reveals that he's decided to leave. He already said he had rejection issues, and it's like, if you have issues with rejection, why go on a show where you're likely to be rejected? What made you think that you were the man that Flavia wouldn't reject you? He says he falls very hard, but he struggles with rejection. It's like, you have to know how to pace yourself. Maybe reality TV ain't it for you. Maybe Married at First Sight or something like Love is Blind would have been better, but then at the same time, there's no guarantee that everybody there is going to like you. And I didn't get it. I didn't get it, because he became obsessive with something that didn't belong to him. He was in competition with somebody else, and when it didn't work, he couldn't bring himself round to sort of look for anything else. Gianna was there. She really was interested in participating in the workshop, but he wouldn't give her the energy because he was busy looking at Flavia to see what Flavia was up to. So am I sad that he's gone? No, I think it's time he went. Yeah, Flavia felt a bit bad. You could see she felt bad when he said he was leaving. But at the end of the day, it's not her fault. At the end of the day, it's not her fault. It's his fault for not being able to let go. And it's his fault that he decided to go after someone who he knew there was somebody else interested. He should have looked for someone where there was no competition. That way he could have done whatever he did until he won her over. He comes across as a bit, I don't know, I don't want to say he's on the spectrum, but something about him is a bit off because of the fact that he was talking about the wind. Oh, the wind, where does it come from? Yeah, we all wonder, where does it come from? We've done it in geography, but still at the end of the day, it wasn't it. Anyway, Lana then reveals that, some money was sent. There was rule breaks. After Jordan is left, there were rule breaks. And so she asks people to own up. And first up is Charlie. Charlie, I think he thought because his rule break was during the sort of romantic grand gesture, people would be easy to forgive. And you had Giovanna say, no, that's not good enough. We can't say that, because otherwise every time somebody breaks a rule, they're going to look for an excuse as to why they should be allowed to break the rule. So I don't know. Nobody really kicked off. I think they were just fed up. And then next up, they were told that there is another kiss. There is another rule break that took place at sunset. And you have people sort of trying to avoid saying anything until everybody cornered Flavia and Joao, and they said, tell the truth. And then they owned up, oh, it was a romantic moment, the sun was setting, this, that. And it's just say you broke a rule. That's it. You don't need to try and cover up with whatever. Just say you broke a rule and that's it, and keep it moving. Do I think there's a connection there? I don't know. I think they're just doing it for the TV. I don't think there's any romantic or sexual chemistry there. And unless I can't see it, but I personally, looking at it, there's nothing standoutish. With Catherine and Louis, yes, there is sexual chemistry there. Louis would have sexual chemistry with a rock if you gave him a rock. That's as far as I'm concerned. So after those 2 rule breaks are revealed, then they're told that somebody else broke the rules, and there were multiple rule breaks, and people are sort of looking around until Catherine and Louis sort of owned up. And you have Louis saying, because Lana said, the person needed to come up for air a couple of times. You have Louis saying, well, it's not my fault, I need to breathe, and everybody was furious with him. And I understand them being upset that you came back to the show. Are you the mole? Are you trying to get rid of all the money from the pot then? What is it? It doesn't make sense that you keep breaking rule after rule after rule, and yet you've already been through this process. You're back again, and you spent more money than the people that are in first time round. Make that make sense? It's revealed they lost 18k plus the other 12k from the other two. So in total, it's about 30k that they've lost. And it's like, these people are losing money like they're losing whatever. Now they're already at 200k, if I'm not mistaken. And it's not even the end of the week. By the end of the week, they'll be at zero. They will be at zero. I'm surprised people didn't really grill Louis. I think there's sort of this, part of them are sort of are looking at him as someone who's been through the process, someone who knows what they're doing, someone who's, I don't say celebrity, but someone they admire. And so they're trying not to sort of bring him down because he's been through it, he's done it before, and they are trying to sort of follow the roadmap that is laid out for them. Lana then decides to send Louis to the suite with Catherine, and it's like, oh God, why? Why would you do that? What makes you think that's a good idea? Louis is a dog in heat. Wherever you send him, he's always going to break the rules. So I don't get why Lana thought this was a great idea to send him to the suite. They get there, Bad Lana makes an appearance and decides to let them know that they can have half price between 12 and 1 o'clock. And it's like, seriously, half price what? Half price what? Louis needs to stop. He needs to stop. He's embarrassing us. He needs to stop. People are going to think that, that's what we all do. So he's already excited. And for him, it's sort of like reliving things that he's done before because they had a banana for him. And we all know what happened on his season with the girl and the banana. And he's now looking at the menu to see how much everything costs. And it's like, Louis, please, you're only filming for maybe 2-3 weeks. Can you not wait until you go back to London and then show your ass out there? Oh my God, I don't know. So you have all the other guests talking about Louis and the fact that he's spending money. And it's like, Louis is not spending money on his own. And half the time, it's not him that's causing them to spend the money. Yeah, he made a mistake by showing her Big Ben because now she's seen Big Ben. She wants a taste of Big Ben. But still, at the same time, he's not the one who's leading this. He's trying his best to resist. And she keeps sort of enticing him because I think she wants to have it on record that she's had sex with Louis because there's no other reason why. They're sort of coming up with ideas of what to do to sort of try and get... Well, they're saying that we want to try and rein this in and try and make sure that people don't break the rules. And it's like, what else can you do? What else can you do? Lana's taking money away and people keep breaking the rules. So what else can you do apart from that? Apart from banish someone or send someone home? And so with Louis, Lana's already said that if he breaks a rule, he's going home. But then he's been tempted not only by Bad Lana, but he's also being tempted by Catherine. This was his biggest mistake. I think he should have gone with Lucy. I think Lucy would have been more well behaved. I think Catherine is like a dog in heat, as I've said, so he's in trouble. She's busy there enticing him, taking off her clothes, showing him Jerusalem and all. And it's just like, oh my God. This is like watching a sex show. It's not even funny at all. It's a good thing it's on Netflix. Eventually they get into bed and I think they had sex. Because you had Louis actually prepare her and say, get ready, I'm coming. And it's like, why? Why would you want to go on TV and have sex with someone? Is it a turn on or what? I don't get it. And for Louis is going to sleep with whoever opens their legs to him. He's going to sleep with whoever opens their legs to him. He's going to come in. He's not even going to wait for a second invitation. As long as he's excited, he's coming in. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the next episode. But I'm counting the minutes. I have a feeling that Louis is going home. And it's really sad that he's going home. Because, I really liked him. He's one of my favorites. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 2. Bye guys.